Welcome to the channel. Today I've got a cool video for you guys. So this video is sponsored by Mova, and this is a robot lawnmower, not a ride-on, not a gas mower, but this is a rechargeable electric robot lawnmower. This is the Mova Lidax Ultra 3000 all-wheel drive lawnmower. So I'm going to do a couple things in this video. We're going to be going through the specs, going to be going through a little bit of the unboxing, but mainly focusing on performance and how this thing works. So first, I'm gonna get to work. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys what the lawn looks like. It's spring right now, and right now, yeah, you can see the grass is pretty tall. So there's lots and lots of flowers for sure. And right here, let me insert some drone footage so you can see what it looks like. So as you can see, you know, the grass is tall, there's lots of flowers, lots of weeds, and definitely needs to be mowed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to set up a time lapse on the unboxing process. And then after I get it unboxed and everything, then we will go more in depth in the setup process. So here I've completed the unboxing, and they've included a very nice quick start guide. So we're gonna get to work assembling everything, putting everything where it goes. But for now, I wanna go through some of the specifications a little bit. So this right here is the Mova Lidax 3000 Ultra all-wheel drive. So here you can see it has front and rear tires, unlike some models that only have big wheels in the back and either like small wheels in the front, but this is all-wheel drive, which is good. So some of the other specifications, it is a 36-volt battery system. You can see they have provided the charging dock as well. Now, some of the special features about this is it has LiDAR. So here, let me remove the cover here. But basically, this has UltraView 3.0, has LiDAR that can go, I think, for 230 feet. It can scan very far away. No need for any RTK setups or anything. Very simple to set up. It also has dual camera. So you can see here it has two cameras, and it has AI for scanning between the LiDAR and the cameras. It can scan many different kinds of objects, and it has object avoidance, and it also has AI auto mapping assistance. So we're gonna get to work here installing this. Before I set up the charging dock, I'd like to show the underside of this thing. So you can see it has 6 blades per disc and 2 discs here. This is a 15.8 inch cutting width, which is pretty good. And it also has less than a 1.2 inch edge gap right here, so it can get very close to objects or, you know, the boundary of wherever you set the mowing perimeter. So I'm going to be setting up the charging dock right about here. So it's pretty simple to set up. I've set up charging docks before, so I want to pick a pretty flat spot, and then I'm going to, says it's supposed to be about 1 meter away from anything on all sides, so that should work right there. And then we have the screws to screw it in. Now that that's done, I'm going to connect the charging cable right there. There we go. Should be good right there. Everything's set up. It says to remove the LiDAR cover. So this is the main LiDAR sensor right here, and put it in the charging station. So should just be able to roll this in. There we go. So here you can see, got to connect the robot mower to the internet using the app. So we've got some little menu options here. So let me, yep, English, good. And then I have to select a pin. There we go. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to use the app to connect it. So I have the app installed on my phone, and let me pull that up. Okay, so let us start the procedure here. So first, we're going to do scan to connect and allow it everything it needs. Okay, there we go. And then there is a code right there. Let me select the Wi-Fi. I'm going to be using this one, a 2G Wi-Fi. Let me do this real quick. Okay, and then it says turn the robot on, but that is already on, so robot is on now. Next. Okay, press and hold the knob for 3 seconds to activate Bluetooth pairing knob. 1, 2, 3.
Entering Bluetooth pairing mode.
There we go, very easy. It has announced it. Yep, click that. Next. Okay, there we go. It's found it. Lidax Ultra 3000 all-wheel drive. Next. Okay. Enter the pin I've set for the robot. Simple.
Network connected to network.
Okay, connected to Wi-Fi. Good. Okay, finished. There we go. So now you can see it. I have it in the app. So now all I need to do is go and create a map in the app. So that's what we're going to do next. So right now I've pulled the app up here on the phone and let's get in there. So first I'm going to just click enter and it's going to link. Got it. Okay, and here we go. So we're going to click start mapping. Okay, let's see. Battery connected. Battery percent is over. Everything looks good. Good. Exit station.
Robot is leaving station.
Okay.
Calibration completed.
Okay. Okay, here we go. So now we are going to create a new zone. So let's go. First, set starting point. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the starting point up here. Yeah, I'll do it back here actually. Right there. Okay, set new starting point.
Starting point has been set.
Okay. Then I'm going to go up here. Good. Okay. Now, I need to go around. So basically, it's going to go a little bit slow, but I'm going to go all around where I want it to mow. So right about here is good. Okay. Okay, good. Mama Jimmy, 24 tá? So, and then basically I'm just gonna go around the whole area, the whole perimeter where I want the mowing zone to be. So I'm not gonna go over here, there's a lot of rocks here and stuff. But I do wanna go all the way down to the edge of the driveway, probably down to the gravel pile there and back. So basically, I'm just gonna be controlling it and going around just like that. I probably won't bore you with the whole thing. So yeah, I'll cut to when I'm done. So we're almost done here. I've mapped all around. And so now I'm gonna go up to the house and back down and around. Okay. Okay, now it has asked me, reach the starting point. Do you want to close the boundary? Yes.
Boundary is closed successfully.
Boundary closed, loading map. Okay, there we go, finish map. Very simple, so now it's generating the map. So now I'm ready to start the mowing. So real quick, let me pull up my screen recorder. And I think what I want to do is I want to check the settings here. So, yep, general mowing. We're going to do, yeah, we'll do efficient. It looks like it can do it faster. And I think for first mowing, yeah, we're going to do it a little bit higher. Also, we can set up the mowing direction. That's cool. So let's go. Click start. For mowing, clear everything. Yep, everything's good. And make sure grass is shorter than 10 centimeters. Some places it's definitely taller, some places it's not bad. So let's see what happens.
Start all area mowing.
Okay, here we go. And then grab my camera here and we're gonna see how this works. So the only thing is I'm not sure how it'll do with the tall grass because some of this is pretty tall and it says that it is supposed to be shorter than 10 centimeters. I think if it's too tall, it might interact with the LiDAR sensor. So we're gonna see how it does. Now, the good thing is it is cutting really nice and really quiet. So I'm going to let it do its job and we'll see how it does it. Now you are supposed to mow first with another mower to get it down below 10 centimeters. So I did not do that, but I'm curious to see how it's gonna do. So I'm gonna let it work. You can see there, it's already going, which is great. So, and I also wanna do some testing later of the LiDAR sensors and object avoidance. So I'm gonna let it work for a bit and come back in a bit and check on it and do some more testing. So it's going good. It does a really good job of mowing, but one of the problems I'm noticing is because I didn't mow it, some of this really tall grass here, you can see like where that patch of flowers is, it is probably like a foot tall. And there's a big tuft of grass here that I'm confident it's definitely not gonna mow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to have it go park and I'm gonna go through with the big lawnmower and trim it down a little bit to what it said of about 10 centimeters. Because one of the major problems with robot mowers like this is they are designed to keep up with it regularly because you don't have to worry about mowing ever. You can have it mow, you know, basically every day if you want, or, you know, multiple times per week. But with a big lawnmower, like our gas-powered lawnmower, I don't even know when the last time I've mowed is. So I've got some brothers that help, praise God, and they help with the mowing. But obviously you can see it's been a long time since we mowed. So I'm gonna go trim it down a little bit, but not too far, just enough that it's not going to avoid the patches of flowers and tall grass. Go through, do that. So for now, I'm gonna send it back to its charger and have it charge. In the meantime, do that and then have it go again. And it should be able to mow completely. Because right now, it's avoiding those tall patches because I guess it thinks they're objects probably. And so it's avoiding it, which means that the LiDAR avoidance system is working great. But if you were to keep up, you know, do one mowing, get it lower, and then have this keep up, it wouldn't have that problem because it would never get too tall. And you would always have a well-kept lawn that you never had to do any more mowing for. You didn't have to do manual mowing. You can just set it in the app and have it go. So let me click the button, have it come back, and yeah, and I'll go take care of that. So right here, pause, and then return to station. Right there. Good thing, very simple and easy to control. And the good thing, another good thing is while it's going back to the station, it will you know, continue to charge in the meantime. Okay, so I'm done mowing, and you can see here, try and show you guys a bit. I did a very light mowing. It is not very good or consistent. I did it at about 4 inches, which is still maybe a little higher than this is supposed to have, but it should be fine. So lots of those big clumps of grass are gone. And now I'm going to restart this. So I've cleared the zone and can see here it was getting a lot of, I assume, objects. Let's see. Yeah, I think it was getting a lot of objects that were grass. So let me try and clear everything here and then restart the mowing. Start. Okay. Resume mowing. No. There we go. So I don't want it to resume. I wanted to do the whole thing all over again. So there we go. It's going. Let me let it do its thing. I'm going to chill out for a bit and we will resume with testing and updates later. Now what I want to do is okay, it just went right here, so I'm going to place an object here, and I'm going to use this box. And let's see what happens when it comes back. Actually, I'm going to go farther down because I want it to go quicker. Okay, it went right about here, so let's put this box here and see how the object avoidance works. So, flip the camera around, wait for it to turn around. A couple things I've noticed with this mower is it has pretty fast charging, which is nice. And another thing I've noticed is it does move pretty fast. So you can see there, it sensed it. There we go, it's going around. Very good. Okay, it looks like it's meant to go. If it was a stationary object, it probably wouldn't hit it, or wouldn't move it at least. But there we go, it's going. So you can see it has detected and avoided the object. Now, I'm going to, you know what, actually I'm gonna leave it right there and see what it does when it comes back. And for now, I wanna see what it'll do with me. So I don't know if it'll be able to detect a person in its way. Let's see, yep. Okay, what if I go in front of it here? Keeps going around me. Okay, that's pretty good. So if you have pets or kids, should definitely be able to go around. So now I got in its way, so I messed up its pattern. But you can see the people avoidance is pretty good, and object avoidance definitely works. Okay, it's probably trying to get back on the path where it left off somewhere in here. Let's see where it starts again and see if it gets back on the path over there. Oh, it just went back on the upswing. Okay, now let's see where it goes. Good. Okay. So here we have the box again. Okay, good. It's going around. Good. Good. Okay, cool. So object avoidance is working pretty good. Let me try and get something a bit smaller and see if that'll work. Okay, let's see. Here's the deal. Am I going to have to make the emergency stop? Yep, so it did not notice the helmet, but it was off to the side again. So we'll get it restarted and try it again and see. So, but I do want to show the emergency stop. So the good thing is you have an emergency stop up top. Now, you do have to put the pin if you want to keep going. There we go. Continue. There we go. So it turns out that there is an obstacle avoidance setting in the app. So I did not know that, and currently it is set to a height of 20 centimeters. And so that's why it was only avoiding things, not short things like this. So I'm going to set it to 10 centimeters and save that. And right now, you can see it's definitely detected me quite a few times. It says there's a person. So right now, I'm going to, now that I've set it to 10 centimeters, I'm going to put this back in its path. And I also want to test this, which is shorter, and see how it performs. Okay, so it should come along right here. And there we go. Let's see what happens. Ah, okay, so it works great. It's just, there was a setting, supposedly for bumpy yards with long grass, you should have it set higher, which as was the case earlier when it was going around tall patches. So that's probably why it's set that high. Good to know. So if you have lots of objects in your lawn, but it is a flat, well-maintained lawn, you can even set it shorter than that. So right here you can see it's probably avoiding either the long grass that's here or the wire. It is going around it very well, which is good. Now I don't have any all-wheel drive or steep incline tests on this field right here because I didn't want to mow over the rocks there. But this is a little bit steep here. You can see it's doing just fine. No problems whatsoever. And with the tires and the setup, I'm pretty confident it can do a steep grade pretty good. They say it can do a grade of 80%, which is about 38.6 degree angle. So that's pretty good, and I have no reason to doubt that. In my testing, it's doing fine as far as traction and grade, and everything seems doing really, really good. And after it's done, I will do some before and after shots and stuff to show how well it mowed. And then, yeah, we'll wrap it all up. So unfortunately, it's almost covered now, but there's a little path that didn't get done on the first time around. And it looks like, yep, there you go. It went through and did it again. I assume where the obstructions were, or the obstacles. So that's awesome. So it goes back wherever it missed it and does it again. So very, very cool. Okay, so it is done, and it's done a really good job. So I'm gonna try and show you guys some of the before and after. So first, let me roll some drone shots here and see how those look. Okay, now let me do some close-ups on the quality of the cut. So you can see here, there's a line right there where I took the gas-powered mower at pretty high at 4 inches, and you can see next to it where the Mova lawnmower did, and the Mova went a lot lower, and I'd say a lot more consistent as well. So I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see here, but it did a really good job. It's very consistent. You can see here, like, even if you were to look way out there, it did a very good, very consistent job. Now, I could even lower it, but as it was set, I left it at 6 centimeters, which is, I guess, what it's supposed to be for the first time. But I could end up going lower if I want to now. But it did a great job. So before we end the video, some of the things I'd like to talk about, I was very impressed by the battery life. It can do this whole job in about an hour, and the battery only went down, I think it was at like maybe 80 or 90 and went down to 70. So probably within 20% about of the battery to do this whole section here, which isn't huge, but that's quite a bit for that little battery. And another thing is in the time that, okay, I was really impressed with the fast charging time. In the time that it took me to mow this with the gas-powered mower, it went up by like 10 or something, probably maybe even more than 10%. So that's really fast charging. That's very good. And the battery, it's very good on battery. I was very, very impressed. Very easy to set up. You know, as long as you set the LiDAR to detect objects of the appropriate height, the LiDAR object avoidance or detection did very good. The edging did very good. You can see the quality of the edge cut. Now, this isn't up against anything, but you can see it did a very good quality cut on the edge there, all around. So yeah, this has been a great mower. And if you want to check them out, there will be a link in the description below. So thank you very much to Mova for sponsoring this video. And I think that'll be all for today. Bye.